It was supposed to be a normal afternoon. Just sunlight, fresh grass, quiet. I was outside, turning a small coin between my fingers, watching it catch the light. What I didn't know was that someone else was watching too. Hidden deep inside the bushes, completely still, Meowth Pokémon. His eyes weren't on me, they were locked on the shine. He tried to sneak closer, not very gracefully, and then he moved, fast, faster than I thought possible. The coin was gone, and so was he. The bushes shook, the grass trembled. Silence. So instead of chasing him, I knelt down, and I held out my hand. For a moment, nothing happened. Then two glowing eyes appeared between the leaves, cautious, calculating. When I finally saw him clearly, he wasn't just a curious little Meowth Pokémon. He was sitting on a treasure hoard, coins, metal, jewelry, every single thing that shimmered. Food didn't interest him, but the reflection of a spoon, that was everything. And slowly, very slowly, he stepped closer. The first time he discovered aluminum foil was the day I realized I might be in trouble. The way his eyes widened, the way the light exploded across his face. He attacked that roll like it owed him money, unrolling it, wrapping himself in it. Then, the crinkle, the loudest sound in the universe. He jumped 3 feet into the air and then pretended it never happened, completely calm, like a king surveying his kingdom. The kitchen floor became a battlefield of foil, and Meowth Pokémon, victorious. That's when Eevee Pokémon entered the picture. Pure chaos energy. She wanted to play, desperately. Tail wagging, eyes sparkling. Meowth Pokémon? Unimpressed. He gave her the look. You know the look. Eevee tried again, and again, and again. He turned his back dramatically. She didn't understand what she did wrong, but she didn't give up. And then, the ring. It was just sitting there, innocent, shining, and every instinct inside Meowth Pokémon locked onto it. His pupils narrowed, his breathing slowed. One step, another, and in a flash, gone. The engagement ring wasn't just expensive, it meant everything. I searched the table, the drawers, everywhere. But outside, under the bushes, Meowth Pokémon was watching. The ring rested among his stolen treasures, but this time, something was different. He stared at it, and for the first time, the shine didn't feel the same. He picked it up gently, not like a thief, but like something fragile. The walk across the garden was the longest walk of his life. Sunset behind him, tiny silhouette. He slipped inside quietly, tapped my leg, and when I looked down, Meowth Pokémon was holding the ring up to me, offering it back. I didn't say anything. I just knelt down and held him. And in that moment, something changed. Of course, that didn't mean he stopped loving shiny things. The jewelry box didn't stand a chance. I once walked in and found Meowth Pokémon wearing my gold necklace like royalty. Zero guilt, full confidence. Then he ran, and Eevee Pokémon chose the worst possible moment to appear. The necklace flew through the air in slow motion. They froze. Chaos everywhere. Cushions, feathers, silence. Meowth Pokémon grooming himself like nothing happened. I bought the biggest lock I could find. It lasted 3 days. But then something unexpected happened. He started bringing shiny things to me instead. Not stealing, offering. One night, he woke up. The garden wasn't quiet. Houndour Pokémon had entered, and it wasn't friendly. Meowth Pokémon stepped forward, small, outmatched, but fearless. The first clash wasn't graceful. He struggled, and then Eevee Pokemon stepped in beside him. Seeing her in danger changed everything. Something deep inside him ignited. Light surrounded his body, and Meowth Pokemon was gone. In his place, Persian Pokemon. Tall, elegant, powerful. Every movement precise, controlled, unstoppable. One final strike, and Houndour Pokemon retreated into the darkness. When I opened the door, I didn't recognize him at first. Persian Pokemon stood there in the moonlight. Not a thief, a guardian. Eevee leaned against him, like she always belonged there. He still had his habits. I once found necklaces hanging from bushes like abstract art. Even Persian Pokemon cannot resist string. But every single night, without fail, he sat outside, watching, protecting. The same Pokemon who once stole from me was now the one keeping me safe. One afternoon, he returned to his old hiding spot. He stared at it, then walked back to me and placed his most precious coin at my feet. Not because he had to, but because he chose to. From tiny backyard thief to the greatest guardian I could ever ask for. That's my Persian Pokemon.